Oi, so let me put the hood on and then I'm gonna speak to you guys.
Please have a safe drive today.
Takes about 20 seconds, 16 seconds to be very specific, and there we go. Get the tinted windows up, yes please. Alright, now we're good. Now we are like officially silence. Alright, we're in the Batmobile right now. Alright, the lighting right here. What better way to end off this series by being in the car that I've bought for my mom. This brand new Mercedes right here, it was my mom's dream car for the longest time, and I finally purchased it for her. And I just wanted to really just show you guys what's possible, right? This is what's possible, right? When you actually succeed at trading, you're able to bless your family, your loved ones, give them a life that they've always dreamed of. Okay, so let's get talking. So, welcome to the final lesson of the Market Mechanics Mentorship series. First of all, if you made it all the way through, I just want to say congratulations, because a lot of people start things, but very few people actually finish that. So the fact that you made it through this entire series already says something good about you. Very impressive, right? You were very disciplined. But remember that this is not the finishing line. It's just the starting line. The goal here was never just to give you information. The goal here was to give you a framework, a way to see the market differently, to understand price action and approach trading with much more structure, much more clarity, and much more discipline. Now it is your job to turn that framework into skill. By now, you should have learned how the market works, why price moved the way it moved, support and resistance levels, supply and demand zones, order blocks, flip zones, liquidity concepts, imbalance, all of these good old juicy market mechanics concepts, how to manage risk properly, what are the processes, the daily routines of a professional trader. That is a solid foundation to start with. You're already better than like 99% of the traders out there. But knowledge alone is not enough. Because the market does not pay you for what you know. It pays you for what you can execute consistently. So what now? I don't want you guys to be jumping to a new strategy next week. I don't want you guys to be chasing another ICT concept because you got bored. I don't want you guys to continue to consume endless amount of content without practicing. What matters right now is you put in the reps. You spend a lot of time familiarizing yourself with these concepts. You journaling, you forward testing, you back testing, you reviewing your trades, and just building consistency over time. Because at this stage, your growth is going to come less from learning, more theory, and instead, it's going to come from you applying what you already know. Okay, so you don't need more information, you don't need more concepts, you don't need more secret strategies. You just need to apply what you have already know. You just need to put in more reps, be more patient on the charts, be more disciplined on a daily basis, gather more data, and trust the process. The edge is not in endlessly collecting information. The edge is in executing simple things well over and over again. Bruce Lee famously said, "I don't fear the man who knows 1,000 kicks. I fear the man who have practice a kick 1,000 times." Same thing right here. It's all about putting in as much reps as humanly possible, gathering so much data that is unreasonable that you do not trust your trading plan. It's unreasonable that you do not succeed. Remember, confidence comes from evidence, right? And how you build evidence is by being competent. And the only way to become competent is to put in the reps. If I could just give you guys one final piece of advice, it will probably be, do not rush the process. Do not try to become profitable as fast as humanly possible. Take your time. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey. Because when you eventually do succeed, which is only a matter of time, you're going to look back and just be really appreciative of like everything that you have went through. And the funny thing is, the more you try to rush the process, the longer it's going to take. Okay, remember this. It's going to take as long as it's going to take. It might take you 3 years, it might take you 5 years, it might take you 10 years, but it's going to take a very long time. And the question becomes, are you willing to just play the long game? Because like back when I started trading, when I was in your exact position, I was blowing accounts, I was filling funding challenges, I was losing money consistently. I didn't know when I was gonna succeed, to be honest with you, right? I didn't even know if I will make it. But deep down, there's this unshakable belief that I was destined for more. I wasn't meant to live an ordinary life. I wasn't meant to work a 9-to-5 job. I wasn't meant to be a waiter serving tables to other rich customers. I wasn't meant to live a mediocre life where I'm partying on a Friday night, drinking my ass off to a life that I absolutely despise. I was meant for something more. Deep down, I just know it. I just know that the dream life is seeking me as much as I'm seeking it. So once again, while I was going through that phase of unprofitability, I was stuck in that cycle for years, right? For 3 years. I just didn't know, but I just trust with every fiber of my being that I will eventually succeed. I will eventually make it. I will eventually become consistently profitable. I will eventually be able to live my dream life, travel the world, retire my father, buy her dream car. And I want you guys to have that same faith, right? I want you guys to have that faith. So yeah, just take as long as it's going to take. Remember how long it's going to take for you to succeed, or when exactly are you going to become a millionaire trader? When are you going to get funded with 6 figures? That is outside of your control. What is within your control is how you show up every single day. Okay, that is within your control. So just show up every single day and do what's necessary. Do what's required. Let me just close the aircon right here. I know it's a little bit noisy right here. And just do what's necessary. Do what's required. Okay, do the boring tasks for an extended period of time. Yes, go out there and study the charts. Do your backtesting. Do your journaling. Do your reviewing. Just do all of this boring shit for a longest time, right? Like, that's my best piece of advice. Because when you do that, what happens is that you are pretty much building the skill set of becoming a professional trader. You start to adopt the identity of a professional trader. You might not see the results of a professional trader yet, but you are thinking, acting, and feeling like one. And when you change your operating system, when you change your identity, the world around you starts changing. Your trading results starts changing. Slowly you go from losing to break even to a little bit profitable and then massively profitable. Alright, so don't rush the process. For the love of God, just keep showing up every single day, because if you show up every single day, you will never ever miss a lucky day. Alright, if you show up every single day, you will never ever miss a lucky day. How can a person who show up every single day miss a lucky day? The days when, he miraculously managed to get funded or make 10K a month, he was there, right? He was there on the charts, just grinding as he always does, following the trading plan, journaling, reviewing, blah, blah, blah. So remember that you cannot lose if you are focused on honing the skill set. If you're focused on mastering the skill set of trading, you literally cannot lose. Think about it. What's the worst thing that could potentially happen? Well, you go through all of this stuff, you practice every single day. The worst thing that could potentially happen is that you leave this industry with a skill set that could potentially make you rich for the rest of your life. Alright, that's technical analysis, that's fundamental analysis, that's trading psychology, that's risk management. Even if it doesn't make you a better trader, it does make you a better human, I can tell you that. Alright, so master trading and you'll master life. Master life and you'll master trading. They both go hand in hand. I fundamentally believe that the market is a representation of the universe. The market is simply a reflection of you. It's a mirror. So if you do not like your results, chances are you need to change the person in the mirror. So take your time with it. It's going to take as long as it's going to take. And just have faith, man. Just trust that it's going to work out. I mean, what's the alternative here? The alternative here is that you quit this shit and then you go back to a miserable life. So if you feel like quitting, just remember why you started in the first place. right? Just remember what is your strong, compelling reason that get you out of the bed every single morning. Think about who you're doing this for. Whether it's your father, whether it's your mother, whether it's your son, your daughter, whether it's your girlfriend, your wife. Think about who you are doing it for. Why are you doing this? Because I can triple guarantee you that it's gonna suck, man. There's gonna be a lot of times where you feel like quitting. There's gonna be late nights. There's gonna be early mornings where you just don't feel like getting off the bed. You just want to sleep in. You're tired. You have been training. You have been starting the charts every single day. It's a Sunday. Your friends are out there having brunch. You're tired, man. You just want to sleep in. But you can't. Because you got a dream to pursue. Because you got to wake up and work for your dream life. Because you got to become a professional trader. Feel the fire that lit up below your ass. That shit's going to get you cooking. I can tell you that. So yeah. Those are like some advice that I wish my younger self knew. Is to just have faith, man. Have faith in the universe, have faith in God, have faith in the markets. Just know that it's gonna deliver your desired outcome in His divine timing. It's just gonna take as long as it's gonna take. For some people, they could have it easy. They could have it easy. And they might succeed in 1 month. They might succeed in 1 year. But for some other people who are the unfortunate lots, like myself, it might take them 7 years, 5 years, even 10 years. But at the end of the day, you are going to succeed. So just go in with that mindset, right? Just go with the mindset where, you know what? I'm just going to show up every single day, focus on the stuff that's within my control, focus on showing up, doing my best every single day, and whatever happens, happens. And just have this unshakable, unequivocal belief that you are going to win in this game. You are going to become one of the best that has ever played this game. When you have that belief, you fundamentally cannot lose. Alright, you cannot lose. Now, if you want to take everything that you have learned in this free series and actually apply it with more structure, more support and accountability, that is exactly why I built the 1% Club and Edge Flow. 1% Club is my flagship mentorship program where we go so much deeper into my entire trading system, right? The same strategy that got me to blowing accounts to now making over 7 figures a month. You will get access to all my proven entry models, my entire mechanical trading system from A to Z. You will get over 600 plus in-depth trading lessons, all created by me personally. You heard that right, 600 plus. So that's like, 200x the amount of content that you guys have potentially got access to during this 30-day series. You will also get daily coaching call with me and my team of professional traders, and you will get a tight-knit community who will be doing everything they can to help you succeed. So if you want more help, guidance, personal guidance from me, myself, and my team of professional coaches with over 20 years of combined trading experience, check out the 1% Club. And Edge Flow is the tool that I have built to help you actually trade with more discipline, help you trade with better risk management, help you to grow your accounts, right? Help you to scale your accounts, and just overall allow you to have all the habits, the tools, the routines, the systems, the processes of a professional trader all in one place. On there, you can trade with my guardrails, which is pretty much the stuff that prevents you from blowing up. You can journal your trade. You can analyze your data, your metrics on your trading performance. You can actually, what else you can do? You can actually have us a flow AI which is literally trained on all my strategy and concepts. So it's like having me right by your side. You can also do your meditation on there. You could do a bunch of other productivity stuff on there. You can have your own notebook. You can analyze economic news on there. There's just so much cool features in this trading super app. It's built to be the last trading app that you will ever need. And it's quite frankly the app that I wish I had in my first year, right? So check out that as well. So yeah, both of those links are in the description, right? So if you're serious about becoming a consistently profitable trader, just go and check them out. Remember that I will always have your best interest in mind. I built these two products because I found a gap in the trading industry, right? The trading courses out there sucks. The mentorship program out there is not in-depth enough. The coaches out there can't simplify things like I do. And I pretty much solved that gap with 1% Club, with the mentorship program, right? I literally created the best mentorship program. Check out the reviews, check out the wins. You will see that it's undeniable. Same thing with Edgeflow, right? I just saw that, I was so sick and tired of trying to juggle everything. I was trying to manage reads on one app. I was trying to journal on other app. I was trying to look at news on another app. And I was just using so many apps. My entire workflow is so fragmented. It's so chaotic. So I decided to just build one app where I can have everything in one place. So yeah, those are the products that I just wished I had, because if I had those products in my first year, I would have been profitable so much faster, man. Anyways, if you don't want to get those, it's fine as well, right? I just hope that you guys have enjoyed this free 30-day series. Congratulations once again. Mad respect to you. But remember, graduating from this series is just the start. It does not make you a trader. Executing what you learn does. Okay, showing up every single day, putting in the reps does. Because that's how you gather the undeniable evidence that you are indeed who you say you are. By keeping the promises that you make to yourself every single day. Remember, at the end of the day, the market will always reward discipline, patience, and consistency. Now it is your turn to take what you've learned, apply it on the charts, and build a skill for yourself. I'm so proud of you making it this far. And as always, just know that I'm always going to be rooting for you. Even if no one else believes in you, even your friends doubt you, your family say that trading's not for you, I will always believe in you. Alright, so go out there, believe in yourself, do the work, put in the reps. And as always, remember, you're just one trade away. Mwah. One trade away from success, baby!